Hey everybody, welcome back to the Friday Funnies. You know, I was thinking today that every so often a person says something that resonates through history. You know, like when Julius Caesar said, Veni, Vidi, Visa. I came, I saw, I charged it. I'm pretty sure that's what he said. Anyhow, most of the time that quote will define the person who said it, and I think that happened again this week. Rudy Giuliani, President Trump's new lawyer, since his old lawyer, lawyered up, is quoted this week as saying, "Truth isn't truth." Huh? I think truer words have never been spoken. You know, this quote, I think, ranks right up there with when Bill Clinton said, "It depends on what the meaning of is." Or when George W. Bush said the thing that's wrong with the French is that they don't have a word for entrepreneur. You know, all of these are beauties. I hope someday I'll have a quote that will go down in history. But so far, all I have come up with is, Fridays are far funnier with the Friday Funnies. Huh? You can quote me on that. Well, you can call me old-fashioned if you want to, but I've always pictured robbers as people wearing masks or hoodies and dark-colored clothing to conceal their identities. I have come to realize this week that this is yet another truth that isn't true. In New York City, a burglar broke into the Adalia restaurant at 7 a.m. As soon as he was inside, in full view of the surveillance cameras, he stripped naked and robbed the store of cash, an iPad, and the company credit card. Then he put his clothes back on and ran away. Now, police are still looking for this burglar, but they said it's hard to recognize him with his clothes on. Meanwhile, in Georgia, a 61-year-old man who was already naked walked to the store naked, to a liquor store that was closed. He smashed a window, broke into the store, and stole 1 can of Coke. That's all he took, 1 can of Coke. Then he laid down on the floor, took a nap, got up, and went home. Now, what does this say to the rest of the world when our burglars are naked? Is there no more decency in crime? At least mobsters always wore a suit, and so do most members of Congress. Enough said. Here's a little tip. If you are planning an exotic getaway with your significant other, you may want to consider Guadalajara, Mexico. The city of Guadalajara recently passed a law that now makes it legal to have sex in public. That's right, street corners, bus stops, public parks are now all available outlets for public coitus. So let's say you're on a budget. You don't have the money to spend at a big hotel. No worries, man. Just pick a corner of the dog park and have at it. As far as I'm concerned, this sounds worse than the naked burglars, but then I get an idea. I'm going to open a business in Guadalajara, walking around looking for people doing the nasty. Then I'm going to watch them for a while. I'll take some pictures, take some notes, and offer a summary of their performance. I mean, that's what I do. And so I'll point out all of the errors and omissions and present some ideas on how they can correct them. And I'm just going to work for tips. And if they decide not to tip me, I'll sell the pictures. In St. Petersburg, Russia this week, a statue was unveiled of Jean-François Thomas de Thoman, a renowned architect who designed many of that city's very treasured buildings. It took the sculptor 7 years to work on this statue, and when it was finally unveiled, when they pulled the sheet down, somebody who was there said, "Hey, that ain't him. That looks nothing like Thomas de Thoman." Now, what happened was that the sculptor went to Wikipedia to get a picture of his subject. Unfortunately, Wikipedia showed a picture of Thomas Thompson, a noted Scottish scientist. Oopsie. So if you're looking for a statue of an obscure Scottish scientist, I believe it's currently on eBay. I'm not sure, but I wonder if shipping is still free to Prime members. Hey, that's it for another week, my friends. Thank you so much for joining me. Please pass these funnies along to your friends. Please leave us a like or a comment, and I will see you back here with more funny stuff next Friday.